the comparison before. She is the Roman Reigns of the women's division, and it is not fun watching her at the top of the card all the fucking time.
It's not.
Nope. So yeah, this match was a throwaway match.
It was. And we'll see how all that follow-up stuff happens.
So much of a throwaway match that the pay-per-view ended like a half hour early.
Which I was super okay with.
I was shocked. I was
it
like,
ended at 10 o'clock.
I was like, there is no way the Elimination Chamber match itself is going for an hour and a half.
No, not at all. The worst match on the card was this Corbin-Strowman crapfest, which was basically just done to involve... because who was involved? McIntyre and Lashley, right?
Yep.
Yeah, because Corbin, McIntyre, and Lashley are like...
Vince McMahon pulls Braun from his title match. I don't want him losing at pay-per-views anymore. To lose at a pay-per-view. Way to go, Vince.
To, of all people, Baron Corbin. Match was crap. Less said about it, the better. Now, let's talk about the Elimination Chamber for the WWE Championship. Of course, as you all know, Mustafa Ali had to get pulled. He was replaced with Kofi. And man, that's who the people wanted to win.
God, did they.
Oh, man, they
that
wanted him to win. That
place was on fire for Kofi. And then not.
Well, here's the thing. Kofi's got the one-on-one shot at Fastlane, and there's still a rumor that he could be the guy to walk into Mania as champion. So let's see how that plays out. But Bryan did retain here, and I thought this match was done pretty well. Not the best chamber ever, but it was good. Everybody got their spots, and even Samoa Joe, who of course was the first one eliminated, which slightly disappointed me, still got his exposure. So
yeah, I just, I'm one of those ones where I kind of walked out of this match being disappointed.
Well, because that's how they built it in that. But
I just thought this was the time to pull that trigger. Even if Kofi was going to lose it at Fastlane, because the current running, long-standing rumor is that Daniel Bryan is walking into Mania as champion.
But what if he's facing Kofi Kingston at Mania?
Which could very well be a thing still.
And that's the other thing. I don't want to see Kofi win the title at Fastlane. I want to see him win it at WrestleMania.
I just want to see him win the title because he far beyond deserves it. But, I mean, you had that crowd rocking for him. And then, like they've done before, they pull the trigger on the wrong person and the crowd goes dead. So dead you could have heard a pin drop.
Which is great because a year ago, if you told me a year ago, hey, just so you know, WWE Champion Daniel Bryan is not going to be over when he retains his title at Elimination Chamber 1 year ago, I would have been like, you fucking kidding me? What the hell is wrong with these people? This is what a difference a year can make, guys.
Nobody is behind heel Daniel Bryan.
No, and that's the thing. We don't have to be right now because we got our wish. We got Bryan back. We got him back. He looks great, and he's doing it. I have no issue with the heel character. He's owning it. But now that he's the heel, people want to see him get taken off the throne, and they've picked the guy to do it. And I think Kofi's in a good enough spot, even on Vinnie Mac's radar, where he could pull it off. So let's.
But he's not the front runner for the WrestleMania opponent at the moment.
Is it still Randall?
No. It's actually two people that are being discussed along with Kofi. It is Bray Wyatt and Kevin Owens. And Kevin Owens is currently the one where the scales are tipping towards.
Well, a KO Daniel Bryan match would be awesome. So.
Oh, because they're doing all those vignettes with him where he's being fat? Hey, I'm in a bowling alley eating the worst looking pizza you've ever seen.
Damn right, that was the worst looking pizza.
My favorite was the promo where he he tells his kid that he got him a soda or something, and Lance Storm immediately went to Twitter and was like, "What the hell kind of Canadian is he?" Because apparently where Storm is from, it's pop. So Storm was like upset that he called it a soda.
My favorite thing was the pineapple pizza.
Oh, that was funny. I'm fine with pineapple pizza. And oh my god, can we kill the pineapple pizza debate already?
I was dying. He was like, how does anybody eat this? You eat it like this. Oh, good, dear God. Oh, no.
I like pineapple on pizza. It's just a debate that needs to die by now. But kudos to him for making that thing happen, because that was
great.
That was funny as hell. And again, it's Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is freaking brilliant. Dude is absolutely friggin' brilliant.
It'll be good to have him back.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. And Sammy can't be too far behind.
I haven't heard anything on Sammy.
He's working out, so he's at least on that stage.
Yeah,
because he Instagrams gym pics, so he's at least got enough clearance to do that. So we'll see. Can't be too far behind. Sammy's going to be that lame return where it's like the Raw after Mania. And it's just like, really? You couldn't...
I hate those ones where you're like, you could have had a great WrestleMania match or a great WrestleMania moment and you waited for the Raw after.
Because that's what Finn was that year?
Yeah, because Finn was ready. He could have had a match. He could have had a great match at WrestleMania. They would even had time to put in a program, and they didn't. They just waited so they could have the pop the night after. And it's just like...
Yeah.
Give a guy a WrestleMania moment, and then you show us the freaking 24 of the WrestleMania, and you show him sitting there like a sad sack in a freaking box a mile above the ring. And it's just like, come on, man. If he's ready for WrestleMania, give him a shot at WrestleMania.
Indeed.
And it looks like it is official. Arn Anderson has been released.
Oh,
that was going to be our next news, yeah. 4 releases today, guys. 4 releases. Arn Anderson, longtime producer.
And road agent.
And road agent, yep. Has officially been released from his contract. Also, they have officially made it official. That's what I was going to say there. We've heard rumors of Hideo Itami, TJP, and Ty Dillinger. Rumors that they've requested it or were going to be released or whatever. All 3 of them confirmed through .com, so this is official. Not really surprising. Again, Hideo we've pretty much known. TJP I think we've only pretty much known for a few days. And Ty was basically right after
a Tuesday.
Yeah. His was a birthday. He got engaged to Peyton Royce, and then he's like, yeah, I want out. And he got it. So...
Yep.
Well, anybody who picks up Arn is in for a great... And
I think he's probably done.
I think he's retiring.
I think he's going to be like Dutch was when he got released from WWE. He's like, I think I'm done.
Well, you see that they've got freaking Joseph Parks and Jeremy Borash and
Sanjay
Dutt and Shane Helms all doing agent stuff now. So it almost feels like that's going to be the next big precedent is to have that generation of talent start taking over the agent roles.
Yeah, I think it's the Triple H. They're moving towards the Triple H takeover.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So I think all these guys are going to be great. Ty will probably become an AEW guy or because of his name value.
I don't want to be like, hey, they should just go to AEW, but they should just go to AEW.
TJP, I don't want to see him go back to Impact necessarily, but that's where he had most of his American exposure.
But he was under a hood.
Well, yeah, but he wrestled as TJ Perkins in Impact.
Very briefly.
Well, he still did. That's the point. Is he still did it? And then of course Tommy. That's probably going to be a Japan return.
Oh, he's definitely he's already flat out said he's going back home.
He's going back.
Kenta comes home.
He flat out said he's going home.
Kenta go home.
I can't blame him. When it's kind of like, the whole Nakamura thing. It's home is home, and eventually you're gonna want to go back.
But that was a big thing that I remember. Anderson and Gallows were going to loved living in Japan and working there, but at the same time, they're like, eventually you just kind of need America back. Like, they were really excited when they got their run with WWE because they were able to basically come home.
Yeah.
It'd be like when Tajiri left WWE, because despite the fact that he had been in America for 15 years, his wife still didn't speak English and still couldn't drive.
I wonder how Kenny's gonna feel, coming back to the States.
Kenny also works a lot of state shows.
He does, but it makes me wonder because
he's been living in Japan for like 10 years, right?
Yeah. Like his entire life has, for the most part, been in Japan for at least the last 10 years. So now he gets to come back home, and it's going to be like a whole new
He's going to be
experience.
meeting a U.S. company, yeah.
Like, holy crap. But yeah, I always feel that way about the foreign wrestlers for when they're in their respected companies and whatnot. Like, you always have to feel like, yeah, they probably just want to go home.
I mean, I know I would.
And Hideo always struck me as that type of guy.
Well, also, don't forget, Japan to America is one of the biggest culture shocks. It's not like they're still, with Mexico, it's just over the border.
True.
With Japan, it's across an ocean. And
it's like a 24-hour flight.
The Mexican alphabet also utilizes the same letters, whereas the Japanese one doesn't. So I'm sure it's a much more difficult transition. And from everybody I know who's done it, like, I've talked to Brute and Jay Freddy after their brief runs in Japan, and they're like, they both said the same thing. It's absolute culture shock, and you stick out like a sore thumb as a foreigner.
Oh, without a doubt.
Even though you're a gringo, you can still kind of blend in a little bit in Mexico.
But not if you're a wrestler. Even an average-sized wrestler, you're still a foot taller than everybody.
You look at look at a guy like Brute, and because he's a big dude.
Yeah.
And have him go out to Japan. I mean, he's gonna be a monster by comparison.
Yeah, Brute's a big boy, so.
But they love them big white boys over there.
Seeing him live several times, I was just like, "Holy shit, he's a big dude."
Yeah, just don't botch your ring entrance when you're standing right next to him, because he'll start growling. Not that I would know that by personal experience. I accidentally billed Jay Freddy from Pennsylvania instead of New York. And the whole time he's just growling. He's like, Waterton, PA, where the hell is that? Never heard of that town. I thought that was in New York. And I'm like, still trying to just get through my intro. I'm like, all right, I know I bought. Don't keep focused. And I apologize to him after. But of course, they're laid back guys. And Freddie's like, no problem, man. You made me the hometown boy. Because he was the baby face in that match anyway, so it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Also, a story of how Freddie got the title match is great, too, because he hurt himself in the previous show, and it was the first time they ever had to call an audible and ring stoppage because he was bleeding all over the place. Because he went flying over the top rope against his opponent, name redacted, because it's the pedophile guy. Yeah, name redacted. I ain't dropping his name on this show. Sorry, no. There. He flew over the top rope, he hurt himself, and Ref Matt had to call an audible and stop the match, and Freddie was more just mad at himself for doing that, and he kept apologizing, like, I'm sorry, everyone, I'm sorry, as he's they're pressing towels up against his head.
Wait, I think I was at that show.
You probably were.
I remember that.
Because that was the Valentine's Day show when it snowed.
Yeah.
You would have been there. You would have been there for that.
Yes, I was, because I remember him getting all busted open and bleeding all over the floor. I was like, oh, crap.
So, yeah. That's a thing. So, couple little indie stories there, which are fun. Not the first time I've seen somebody bleed working a show.
No, without a doubt.
Won't be the last. I mean, I've never worked a show where anybody gigged, but I've seen a couple of hard ways. I think the worst one I ever saw, it wasn't a hard-way bust open, it was just a hard-way slam, was Molson full-on slam Steve the Teacher and literally knocked the wind out of him, and he couldn't breathe, and he was just laying on the mat wincing. Like, he's laying right in front of where I'm sitting at the